Hello everybody, welcome back. In this video we will talk about OAuth attack and how to attack OAuth protocols in the authorization. But let's agree first that the most dangerous thing you can do with OAuth is to steal the access token. So if you steal the access token successfully, you can make your own request to the OAuth server asking for the user information. Okay, it depends on the authority of the access token and the permissions of the access token. So access token with the scope of reading information is less dangerous than access token with write permission or full access permission. But anyway, stealing access token is the most dangerous thing you can do. So let's start with our first attack, which is authentication code leak with the redirect URI. If you remember the OAuth flow, the client sent an request to the OAuth server asking for authentication code. The OAuth server redirect the user to ask him for permission for this application, or if it's already authenticated before, it redirect back to the client redirect URL with the authentication code, and then the client use this authentication code to exchange it for the access token. But what if the redirect URI is vulnerable? And OAuth server don't actually validate the redirect URI or bad validation for redirect URI. This will lead definitely to authentication code leakage. So let's have an example. In here I running an OAuth server at localhost port 5000. And I'm running client at localhost port 4000 and an attacking server on localhost port 7000. So let's first try the client and see how it works. I run perp to examine the URLs. So this first request. Here in example 1, this is the login button, login with localhost 5000. Here we will log in with our account on localhost 5000. If we go to localhost 5000, he says that the account ID in our localhost 5000 OAuth server is 5. So we click on login with localhost 5000. Here he requests to authorize, and he sent the response type code and client ID. This is the client ID and the scope, and this is the redirect URI we will redirect to with the authentication code. So if we click forward, because we are already authenticated this application before, so don't have to ask us for the permission again. So he redirect us to the redirect URI and with authentication code. If we forward this request, he says that the authentication is complete and we are logged as user 5, which is our user on localhost 5000. Okay, so let's play with this request again. So if we send it to the repeater and we change the redirect URI and see what's the reaction of the OAuth server. So if we pass Google, Oh, here we found that it will redirect to location Google, and he will pass the authentication codes already to google.com. So instead of validating the redirect URI, he will redirect us to the redirect URI we given to, and with authentication code. So if we have an evil script like this, this is just printing, but we can do some storage for in anything, or just mail us the authentication code, and we craft the URL like this. This is the redirect URI we will be using. So if we just if we take the same URL, but we change the redirect URI with our evil redirect URI, okay, when victim go to this URL, okay, he will be redirected to our evil website, and evil website will take this authentication code. Okay, what we can do with the authentication code, we can continue the login flow. So we can take this authentication code and go to the example1.php, I'm the attacker, and continue the flow. So we request the original callback for the account and pass the authentication code we steal from the client, and if you forward it, he will continue the login flow, and he said you are logged as user 5. Got it? Okay. Our next attack is the CSRF attack on OAuth flow. In the previous attack, we steal the authentication code from the user, and we logged on the client